Hello, in this video I will show you how to build a Golang API using gRPC and also how to expose your API in HTTP using gRPC gateway. First of all, we need to create a proto file in order to define our service. So what I will do is I will create a folder here, API, and in it I will create a file, a proto file. I will call it presentation. So here, this proto file will be part of the package presentation. For now, we don't need the annotation proto. The protobuf generated will be called presentation tb. And here I create my service, which is presentation service. And in it, I will create my first gRPC method, which is health, which takes a health request as parameter and which returns a health response. And for now, I don't need the option here. So you can see that the health request is defined here. It takes nothing as parameter. So when I will call the gRPC function, I will just have to pass a health request struct with nothing in it. And the service will respond to me with a status, which is a string, just to tell me if the service is okay or not. So once you have created your proto file, you need to generate the protobuf file. In order to do so, I will create some commands in my makefile file. So for now, I don't need this part. gRPC gateway, I will show you after, and Swagger, I don't need it also. So using protoc, I will look in the folder API for a proto file, and I will place in a folder pkg. So I will create it now. pkg. I will create a file which is in the folder pkg. I need a folder, another folder, presentation tb. Yeah, presentation tb, and I will use the presentation proto file, which is placed in the API folder. Okay, so let's try to run this command. The command was executed, and as you can see, a protobuf file was created here. There are some required packages that are not yet known in my application. So I will use gomod in order to add them in my application. There you go. And I will add them in the vendors. Okay, now you can see that all the imports in my presentation protobuf file are okay. Now that we have this, we just need to make the implementation of the function defined here, the else function. So in order to do so, I will create another folder. We'll call it internal. I like to call it internal because this is where all the internal code of my application will be stored, which means that it will not be accessed by external applications. All external applications will just call the else function, but in no way they will import packages present in the internal package. And inside of it, I will create another folder. Yeah. I will call it service. Right, and inside I will create my service.go file. Okay, so the service.go file will be used in order to implement my gRPC functions defined in the presentation.proto file. So here I will import the protobuf file which was previously generated. So go g presentation pb. Okay. I create a struct which is called service. Inside of it, you can add members like a logger if you need to log something in the else function, for example, or you can add any other stuff that you would need in order to execute the else function. Then I will create a new method which will return the service struct. So this new method will be used in the main.go file. I will show it to you a bit later. And this will be the way to instantiate my my presentation service. All right. And as you can see here, I have my else function, which is implemented for the service struct. So this else function signature, it must be exactly the same as what was automatically generated in the protobuf file. And then I just need to implement my function. So I will make a simple implementation, which is that I will directly return the else response with OK in the status. That's it. And now I can say that my first gRPC function is implemented in my Golang API. Now I will show you how to use a gRPC gateway in order to expose this Golang API in HTTP. Because gRPC, it's a good thing to use when you work internally. For example, you have many APIs developed by yourself, so you can make them all communicate with gRPC. But when you need to expose them to other parties, to APIs that were not developed by you or by your team, sometimes it's easier just to expose your API in HTTP. And also, for tests, it's also easier because if you stick with gRPC only, you will have to create a gRPC client in order to test your gRPC function every time you create a gRPC function. But if you expose it in HTTP using gRPC gateway, you could put in place a Swagger in order to easily test all your API functions. But the Swagger part will be part of another video later.